Alright, I guess we're going. Alright, bet. So today's video, I had an idea to um start off, I guess, showing my creative side a little bit, since part of the channel is to show off my creative endeavors. So I guess the simplest idea or form of creativity I had, I decided to start off with the profile picture of the YouTube avatar. I guess it's called avatar or profile picture, one of the two, that I made. The reason why is because it's not a regular profile picture, or it wasn't originally what I was gonna go for. I was at first gonna go for a regular picture of me and my face in it, but I decided that was probably too boring, or not creative enough. So decided to add a little creativity to it. So that's why I came up with that. So in this video, I'm just gonna show like a before and after, and kind of like talk about it a little bit. So hopefully this video don't be too long, but yeah. So I got this pulled up and I'm gonna put it on the screen. I'm gonna go back and forth. Hopefully it's not confusing, but I'm gonna go back and forth between me talking and my computer screen right here. Let me record my computer screen before I do this whole video without recording it. Let's see. All right, I think we recorded. So this what it is right here. This is the effect that I decided to go for. I think I should have started off with showing y'all the original. Oops. Oh my god, I'm bugging here. Okay, let me start off. Let me show you the original picture first. Okay, so this is the original picture that I was gonna put on here. So I just thought I was just gonna put this little part of my face on here, and just call it a day. But I decided to be creative, like I said, and I went with this. This. So this is kind of the before, and this is the after. I'm in Photopia, whatever it's called. So this is the tool I use to make it. It's kind of like a Photoshop knockoff, but I ran out of my Photoshop subscription. Well, it expired like a few months ago, so and I didn't renew it. So I started with this because I wanted to kind of like make it quickly before I forget. So I went with this tool, similar to Photoshop, so it was kind of easy to use. So yeah, so I decided to do. So once again, this is the before and this is the after. So what kind of gave me the inspiration? Basically, I didn't put on here, which I'm sorry. But let me just find it. Let me not just say I'm sorry and actually try to do this. Nope. Sorry, I have a lot of tabs. Okay, here we go. Let me go to my personal one. I don't have my personal one on here. Fun. All right. Let me go back here and just log in really quickly. What did I sign in with Google? I think I signed in with Google. It's a different account. All right. Finally in. So let me close. Thank you. Find it. Ignore all the random stuff I have. Okay. So I'll be on Pinterest a lot. So I seen this and I'm like, man, like this is kind of unique, you know what I'm saying? And it was one of those things like, you know, obviously I haven't seen it before, and it at first it looked like, man, like how did this person do it? And you know, I just kept looking at different ones, like the Kyrie right here, and then sorry if my screen moving a little slow. It moves slow when it records, but yeah, I was looking at these. I'm like, man, this is like low key nice. So, but I'm thinking like, man, maybe it's like a filter, or maybe it's some type of specific app that they used. So I just saved it, you know, whichever ones I liked, and I just kind of kept it in my, you know, one of my Pinterest boards. So I didn't really have a second thought about it. Then, you know, one day I was just, you know, like, oh, I gotta make this YouTube avatar video, or picture, sorry. And I'm like, okay, I need to add some little, you know, creativity razzle to it. So I looked on this and I found it's like, man, let me try to do this. And mind you, I never did this effect before. Like, this is my first time doing this. This was my first time even using this effect. You can kind of see, hopefully it don't look, you know, too, you know, amateurish compared to these ones. But yeah, so this was where my inspiration came from, and I decided to take this picture and kind of do it that way. So what kind of gave me the motivation to do it is basically I just kind of looked at it. This is usually how my creativity process is, or thought process is. So I just looked at it, and then I realized like these kind of look like shapes, you know. So it looks like he, you know, or they may have masked the shapes, had like a clipping mask. Sorry if you don't know what I'm talking about, but they just look like they just mashed shapes together and just maybe, you know, make the image a little bigger than what it is to kind of fill up the shapes, and then added a little shadowing to add some depth after each shape. So that's what I thought. I'm like, oh, maybe it's a little bit easier than I assumed. So this was the end result. It took me a while. Well, it didn't take me that long, but it took me maybe a day, a little less than a day. But once you kind of get the mechanics of it, and once you know, have, you know, that confidence from working, you know, in Photoshop or whatever creative tool you've been working on for a few years, that kind of gave me the challenge, or gave me the confidence to take on this challenge for myself. And that's gonna be another video. I give myself a lot of these challenges, like, oh, I think I can do this, so let me just try and see what happens. So this is what happens. It kind of came out good. Yeah, it came out better than I thought, and it wasn't as hard as I thought it was gonna be. So yeah, this is what it looks like, and I'm gonna start recording. Oh no, I'm gonna keep recording because I want to like kind of expand on it a little bit. Touching 8 minutes. I'm gonna make it quick. But yeah, so this is basically it. What I would change with it, not much. Maybe the hand right here kind of looks like I chopped off some of my fingertips, so that probably what I would have done. And by the way, like, I noticed this before I used it. I just know myself and know how much of a perfectionist I am. So I just realized, like, I just gotta just use what I have right now and not take too much time on it. Otherwise, I would probably never completed it. But yeah, what I didn't like about it is basically I could have just did, you know, the fingertips a little bit better. I could have did the phone a little bit better too. And right here you see the little charger I had plugged into my phone. I could have probably deleted that or erased that. So yeah, what I really do like about it, I kind of just like overall how it was, or how it is, or how it turned out. I tried to get, you know, the shading down and the depth down as much as possible. I didn't have the little glasses figured out at first. I had to kind of draw the glasses because it's not the same. Oh, sorry. Like, the glasses are more rounded right here, as you can see. But I had to make them like square because I accidentally deleted the glasses making the mask. So in this, yeah, so for the nerds out there that kind of actually want to know exactly what I did, I just used grain for like the vintage look. I used a gradient background, and I used a little clipping mask here. Yep, the clipping mask. Sorry, it's a lot, but I clipped, you know, you know, the shadows to the original picture, and I clipped the picture to the shape that's right here. So these are all individual shapes that is on top of each other, and then the shadow kind of makes it look together. So yeah, that's basically what it is. Turned out good. And this is the video explaining my YouTube profile. Yeah, so in the future, a lot of ideas, a lot of flyers, a lot of videos, a lot of stuff I make in my other creative endeavors and all of that. I'm gonna try to make a video on it, to explaining my thought process, explaining inspiration, explaining the before, after, behind the scenes, anything I can think of, so I can, you know, kind of like totally exemplify and hit all areas of what I made this channel for. So I didn't want the channel just to be talking, for real. So yeah, hopefully I make a lot of more things. I do a lot, so I just got to remember to make a video on it. So yeah, but yeah.